Welcome to Nardi Compressori. I'm Christian and we'll show you what we made. Let's start with the CNC branch. Here we have all the machine where we produce by ourselves the most important components of our machines, such as the plate valve, the crank box, and all the critical pieces. These are the crank box of the Pacific models, and other components such as the cylinders, pistons, and all the critical components are made by us directly here. The rest of the parts are made by third-party companies in a radius of 10 kilometers from us. So all the components are very near to us for the supply chain. So we don't have third-party factories for the critical components, and we can follow from the start to the end all the important steps. With this system we can manage all the important steps from the start to the finish, and we have the complete control of the supply chain of our products. Here we are in the high pressure division. In particular, in these tables are assembled all the Pacific models, Pacific CNG boosters. All the high pressure machines are assembled here. Then when the pump are mounted, they are tested pump by pump with a test system engineered by us, where machine runs for about 2 hours. And when the test is surpassed, we go in the next step, so the complete assembling of the unit. The units are assembled here in this table. We have many points of assembly. Now we have this machine, and all the canopies, all the other parts are mounted here. The motor, the belts, the frame, everything is mounted here. When the machine is ready, is tested again for perform a leak test, a leak check, and be sure that everything works fine. We can move in the Atlantic division. In this part we build the smaller high pressure unit. The Atlantic is 100 liter per minute compressor, so is very useful for filling scuba diving bottles. Is very compact and portable. We have 3 kind of Atlantic: electric, gasoline, and diesel. And again, we have 2 tables. One table where all the pumps are assembled. This is a 4-stage pump. So here we have all the pumps assembled. Again, when the pump is assembled, is tested for 2 hours, and when the test is passed, is mounted in the final filters with the frame, and all the components necessary for the machine. The thimble thread. So when it's pressurized, this part push high and stuck completely. So if you unscrew a little bit, there is more loose in this, more space. So when it's pressurized, the threads are not too tight, because you have the O-ring that assure no leaks. So it's not necessary that you would have to, yeah. This is very important, because if you don't do this, when you unscrew this, also the tower is unscrewed. Is a trick for doing the filter replacement.
It's need tighten everything small.
Yeah, no. This part is the only part where you don't have to tight. Yeah, yeah. Here we have all the machine ready to be tested. Over there we have Andrea, the technician, who do the test of all the machine and checks if there are any leaks in the pump, set the electronic board, the electronic panel with all the settings, and pack the compressor ready for the shipping. Here is where the new products are tested, and the bug are solved in the firmware and in the hardware of our systems. And now we have. I show you the new touch display. So with this, we have a wider screen, the possibility to have all the languages, not only the alphabetic languages, but also Chinese, Russian, Arabic, and everything.
And touch screen.
And is
Like iPad.
completely touchscreen, 9 inches touchscreen. I can press in the corner and see, for example, temperature and pressure of all the stages, if I have the sensor, of course. Air quality, I have the new gas analyzer. So the analyzer is mounted inside the compressor, and with this we can monitor temperature, humidity, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, oxygen, volatile organic compounds, helium, and hydrogen sulfide, all in one analyzer. When some values are over the limits, there is a pop-up that shows that something is going wrong, and if I exceed the alarm warning, the alarm limit, the machine shut down automatically, and no waste air can pass through the compressor and go in the bottle. These are the two main features we have developed in this year, and we have also our IoT system, where all the data can be collected and shared in a cloud, where it's possible to view in graph and tables directly from your PC, smartphone, and other devices, and not necessary from the screen of the compressor. Room where all the machine are, all the pumps are tested. So every pump stays for 2 hours. The flow rate, temperatures and pressure of each stage for be sure that the pump is completely ready for the next step of the mounting. Here is where we assemble the filters and where we test the safety device, for example safety valve and hoses and everything. We have a gauge where the valve is mounted and is tested and set at the opening pressure. So we have the complete control also with the safety valve. I show you how the filter are made. In this part we have Marta who assemble all the cartridges. We have different recipes for the cartridge. It depends if a compressor is gasoline, electric, if it's an Atlantic, Pacific. It depends about the model. We have different materials. Yeah, this is molecular sieve. Is a mineral who can catch the moisture overall, but can also absorb carbon dioxide for reduce the total amount of carbon dioxide. Here we have the active carbon. Active carbon is very important for absorb oil and vapor and odor. So with this we can assure air without oil and without smells. Another important material is the opcalite. Is another rock, brown rock, that can catalyst the carbon monoxide in carbon dioxide. So we know that the carbon monoxide is very hazard, is very toxic and poison. With this substance we can convert the carbon monoxide in carbon dioxide. The important thing I remark is a catalyst, is not a reagent. So it means that a catalyst can catalyze the reaction without consumption of the material. So it can work for many hours without damaging or reactions. When the cartridge are assembled, we start with the bottom of activated carbon. Then we mount these pads for divide the sectors. So the sectors can be divided from activated carbon to molecular sieve, but also from molecular sieve to other molecular sieve, because this prevent the tunneling effect. So imagine the air pass through the column. If there is a tunnel, the air pass only in the tunnel, and all the other material in the column do not work. So with this we can break this tunneling and use all the material in the column and preserve the quality of the final layer. When the cartridge is finally assembled, are put inside this vacuum chamber, and they are depressurized for 24 hours. So we are sure that there aren't moisture and other pollutants inside the cartridge. Is for drying up the material inside the cartridge. Then the cartridge is put under vacuum with and are ready for shipping. And this is how the filters are made. Pumps. All these pumps are already tested and ready for being mounted in the compressor, in the final compressor. From here we start with the oil-free range, so the pressure is lower than Pacific and Atlantic. We have all this machine that can achieve up to 10 or 15 bar, and the only exception is for the super extreme that can reach 30 bar with oil-free, complete oil-free system.
A 30 bar for what?
I have to ask to Caroline where is used 30 bar compressor in for which
for dairy, for just hook-on system, only 10 bar.
Yeah, for hookah, you need 10 bar. But I know that there are such some application, particular application, that is required 20 bar, 30 bar. So is more for OEM application for specific cases. We have different supplies of this machine. Of course, the electric motors, but we have also battery version and the gasoline version. Also, this depends where is the field of application. Usually, battery version is mounted in automotive, and gasoline is in open space where electric cables are not available. Here we have all the oil-free assembling table. Over that wall are assembled the pumps, and here are assembled the final compressor. And now we are looking that they are mounting a medical compressor, because the white vessels. The difference between the oil-free, the oil-free range and the medical range. The oil-free is multi-purpose, so it can be used in many applications. For example, do it yourself, or all the application, domestic application. With this, we have the difference of internal coated vessel for prevent rust and waste the air inside, and we mount also the dryer for dry up the air. So this medical compressor is more for dentistry, clinics, CAD/CAM application. So we have extreme pure air because no dust, because the filters, no oil because it's oil free, and no water because we have also the dryer mounted inside. With this we can achieve at maximum 10 bar. We have also option for achieve 15 or more, but usually is from 8 to 10 bar. Maybe you have already heard about this driver, Charles Leclerc. This is the car where Charles Leclerc drive before joining in Formula One racings. And yeah, this was his car. And this is a Formula One car of 1995. You can see the old sponsors that now are not more present in Formula One. This is a 1995 racing car. In the other room, we have to pass from this corridor. Okay, this is the workshop room where you will perform your experience for opening and close the pump. And now we have a 3-stage pump, 4-stage pump. Ciao Luca. CNG model and the booster. Give me the opportunity to introduce Luca Venturi.
How are you?
Not bad.
Welcome in Nardi.
Yeah. And yeah, mainly we have all high pressure compressor, but for you I have picked also the fiber compressor for have more experience also opening this machine, and all Atlantic if you want. But before do this, I show you the other. I close the door because it's not too hot. Here we have the showroom with many machines exposed. The industrial range with the CM, BM and the CB. Which are the difference? The CM is a pure compressor. CM80 means a compressor 80 bars, so is a medium pressure compressor. We have different pressures for this machine, 40, 60 or 80, and different shape of the pump. So CM is a pure compressor. The CB is like a CM, but we can control the suction, the suction valve. So it's designed for intake low pressure gases different from air. For example, carbon dioxide. The BM is a booster, so we have a quite high pressure in the inlet, in the suction valve. Sorry, from 4 to 12 bar instead of some millibar for the CB. So the main difference: compressor booster with the control valve, and booster with the higher pressure control valve. You can also see the difference of the shape of the pump. Every time we talk about compressor, we have the central stage made by aluminum, and every time we talk about booster, we have the central stage made by stainless steel. These are the main thing for recognize the difference between the models. Going ahead, we have the MX frame of a Pacific. I think the frames are suitable for every model. So, for example, CM, BM, and CB can have an open frame, and with open frame we talk about E and P frame, or closed frame with M, C, MX, or CX. In this case, we are looking at Pacific 68. 68, if I add a 0, I have the flow rate of the machine. So 68 means that the machine can produce 680 liters per minute. In this configuration, we have also the extra bottle for bank in the back of the compressor. So we can consider this unit like a all-in-one unit where we have the compressor, the purification, and the storage of the air. In this part, we have other new products. This is a nitrox membrane screw compressor. So we use a membrane for separate nitrogen from oxygen. Nitrogen is
How many percent, maximum, how many percent make it is compressor?
the percentage we achieve with this machine is 40%. But for and don't register this. For my bottle, one time I cheated and I closed the intake filter and I achieved 48. 48. But yeah, the membrane can reach higher percentage in.
Normal 40%.
Eh?
In the passport 40%.
The optimal efficiency of the membrane is 40%. You can go higher, you waste a lot of air. One time I achieved 60% with the membrane, but for produce 1 liter of 60%, you waste 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 of liter of air. So it's not efficient. You waste a lot of energy for produce higher percentage nitrox. With this configuration, we have a complete automatic system where you set the percentage you want to achieve and the machine do this all automatically. You don't need to do manual controls for controlling that the machine.
It's possible to change it percentage from 28 up to 40. Just put
Yeah.
how many percent you need.
Here there is the display. You can select the percentage you want and just press start, and machine starts to reach the percentage. The leak you hear is the nitrogen that is blows in the air, and the machine is starting to increase the percentage. Is not is not connected. In less than a minute, I reach 38, 39%. You can see 40%. This is because the compressor is not turned on, so there are no intake from the hose for controlling the oxygen flow.
It's not compressor, it's just
This is a
preparing nitrox and after putting the compressor.
yeah. With this hose, the nitrox is collected to this compressor and is compressed in the bottle. So first stage, screw compressor that works at 10 bar, 12 bar, and I prepare the mixture. Then the mixture goes inside the compressor and is boosted up at 200, 220, 250 bar. We go up, okay. Safe fill, okay. Nardi Safe Fill is a cabinet where is possible to fill the bottles in complete safety. We have a front door. When I close, I have to remember how to close.
Nobody using this system.
I have to remember. Okay, let's start again. The NSF is a safe filling cabinet where it's possible to fill the bottle in complete safety up to 15 liter, and we have 2 or 3 bottle version. The front door is for no, I think there is something that is blocking. Let me see. Okay. By closing the door, we have a safety guillotine that goes down, and a special system where if the door is not closed and the guillotine is not down, the bottle cannot be filled with the air. Also, if I open the knob, it's not possible to fill the bottle. Then, when I have finished the filling of the bottle, I can open again, and 2 pistons helps to open the door, so it's not very heavy to open. You can see the thickness of the yeah, the thickness of the cabinet, and we have the NFPA 1900 compliance for this cabinet. So this means that the cabinet was tested with a bottle filled at 420 bar and with a explosive such as dynamite in the bottle for doing the explosion. You can find the video on YouTube of the explosion where we have where we was in a cave for perform the test, and yeah, we have the complete safety. This cabinet is used commonly in fire rescue, not so common in diving centers, but for fire departments are very requested. The last accessory is the chiller. Is a refrigerant dryer, but with the possibility to cool down the air for prevent the Boyle-Marriott effect of a contraction of the volume inside the bottle. So I cool down the air, so I can feel better the bottle. Temperature is usually from 0 to 3 degrees, and it can extend the lifetime of the cartridge up to 7 times. It's very useful for environment with high temperature and high moisture environments. The showroom, the portable units. This is, yeah, this is the Pacific diesel version. Diesel, yep. You can carry with the wheel. Okay, is quite heavy, but for many applications, the Atlantic is too small, so we have put the Pacific pump into wheels for the point of use application. The Atlantic range with the electric, gasoline, and diesel models, with a lot of options for this machine. One of these is the time monitoring. So when I have a gasoline or a diesel version, I don't have electricity for understand how many hours the filter can last. So we have developed the time monitoring, and why the machine is working with vibration. Okay, now is
Okay, I understood.
you understood?
Yes.
Probably just a moment.
It's a vibration in the compressor is more stronger of hand.
Yeah. We have a special frequency of vibration that sometimes is difficult to do with hand. Let me see. Okay. No.
Okay. It's alright, I understood it.
You understood?
Yes.
But I don't know why. Okay.
And it's impossible to stop vibration.
Yeah, we have a specific vibration for the frequency of the column of the compressor. So with this, we can estimate the time of the cartridge for the next replace. The final part is with the mixer. So here we have the TT Mix Pro. Is a nitrox and trimix blender. So I connect the helium bottle, the oxygen bottle with 8 bar pressure hoses. The gases are controlled by step-by-step motors for opening the valves, and I easily set the percentage I want to achieve. For example, 55 trimix. When I press start, the valves opens automatically oxygen and helium, and all the mixture is blended inside this pipe because there are baffles inside, and we have a inlet oxygen sensor and outlet oxygen sensor for measure the amount of helium I have add and oxygen add. Then everything is collected by the compressor and is boosted up at the final pressure. Okay?
Okay, action.
Here we have the remote control panel where it's possible to connect remotely a compressor and start, stop, and view and control the machine from dozen of meter of distances from the compressor. We offer also the wall mounting filters solution. We have pack 1, pack 2 and pack 3. It's possible to mount directly in the wall for extend the lifetime of the cartridges and have a extreme controlled and extreme pure air in your point of use. I think I showed everything in this flat. Here we are in the oil-free showroom. You can see a very different configuration of all the pump and the vessels and accessories that we can equip in our machines. But start with 3 different pumps. The pump used for every compressor is the single piston Silverstone, 2 piston with a boxer shape Esprit, and 2 piston with a V shape Extreme. With these 3 pump Silverstone, Esprit, Extreme, we can build all the oil-free world, Nardi world. I remember we have 3 different supply: battery, electric, and gasoline, this, and gasoline. And it's possible to equip with vessels, with tables, with wheels, with a lot of accessories required. Also, the canopy for silencing the unit if is installed in quiet rooms. I remember these machines are completely oil-free, so no oil inside, no oil contamination in your point of use. We have also the possibility to mount 2 extreme pump in both termination of the motor. So we have the double of the air compressed and we have twin tanks or with the super extreme we can achieve up to 30 bars. 30 bar. Okay? So